So, all right. So what I was saying, while no one could hear me, is that there has been this notion that the Bears drafted the wrong quarterback. And I'm not here for it, okay? If you look at the stats between Jayden Daniels and Caleb Williams, they are very close. Jayden threw for 25 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Caleb threw for 20 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Jayden had more rushing yards, but he had more rushing yards because him rushing was a part of the Washington Commander offense. Caleb Williams was not asked to rush the ball much because he doesn't really like to run. If you ask him, he'll tell you he does not like to run. But he did rush for like almost 500 yards, oddly enough. So it's not like he can't run the ball. It's just that it's not his preferred method to move the ball. But these stats are almost the same. They almost cancel each other out when you really think about it, how close they are. But let me tell y'all why we did not draft the wrong quarterback, right? Let me make myself big screen here. Let me explain this to you all. Jayden Daniels had a competent offensive line that had minimum injury. I don't even know if they had any injuries the entire year. So I think he played with the same lineman, and I'm not sure. I might be wrong on this. But I think he played with the same offensive line the entire season. That cannot be said for Caleb Williams, as we all know. The man was rotating linemen like we rotate underwear on a daily basis. Tevin Jenkins can't play an entire game to save his life. Coleman Shelton was hurt. Ryan Bates played like 4 games the entire year. Who else? Braxton Jones was out for a good deal of time. And there was no continuity on the Bears' offensive line. Not to mention, with the lack of continuity, Caleb Williams found himself in a situation where his offensive coordinator was fired in week 9. And then 3 weeks later, his head coach was fired. I don't see Jayden Daniels losing his offensive coordinator or his head coach at any point last season. And obviously, they're in the playoffs and they're in the NFC Championship game this weekend. But my point is that Jayden Daniels had a lot more stability this season than Caleb Williams, but Caleb Williams almost put up the same stats. But you're supposed to tell me, or I'm supposed to believe, that we drafted the wrong quarterback? With all the turmoil that the Chicago Bears put that man through, he still put up 20-6 and 3,500 yards. But we drafted the wrong quarterback. Man, get the hell out of here with that nonsense. It's absolute buffoonery, Bram. It's buffoonery. My man, Mr. Winston, says, I like both of them, but with that staff we had, I don't think either would have been set up to succeed. That's the other point I want to make. I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Winston. If Jayden Daniels was on the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams was on the Washington Commanders, I bet you Caleb will be doing better. I bet you he will be doing better. And I bet Jayden Daniels, actually, here, I'll go as far as this. If the Bears drafted Jayden Daniels, he would not have lasted the whole season. Jayden Daniels would have missed a game or 2, or 3 or 4 this year, because the Bears line would not have been able to protect him. Caleb Williams got sacked 68 times because our line was trash. If you think Jayden Daniels would have got sacked 68 times, he would have survived? Hell no, absolutely not. But again, I'm supposed to believe that we drafted the wrong quarterback. Primo, what's up, man? Primo says, bro, Jayden all the way better. His confidence is unshakable. Can't hate on that. I'm not hating on the confidence. I'm talking about the situation, bro. Would Jayden Daniels be incompetent behind that Bears offensive line? Hell no, absolutely not. He'd have been running for his life every game. Again, this is not to say that Jayden Daniels is a bad player, because obviously he's not a bad player. But we got to look at the situation, fam. We got to look at the situations. And the situations are Caleb Williams had a garbage offensive line and a garbage coaching staff. Not making excuses, it's just the fact. Those are the facts. And because of that, you got people really thinking out here that Jayden Daniels is that much better because of the garbage situation that Caleb was in. No, dude, no. Sorry, y'all, I'm still getting over this cold. But here's the beautiful thing. The Bears have now gone out and hired the absolute best offensive mind that can coach Caleb Williams. So the coaching situation for Caleb Williams is going to be much, much better next season. So at the end of next season, we're going to have to revisit this and see if the Bears still drafted the wrong quarterback. Because I promise you that Caleb in year 2 will be leaps and bounds better than Caleb in year 1 just from coaching alone. Because as we've seen this year, in the NFL, coaching matters. And the Chicago Bears, by all accounts, hit a home run when on Tuesday they hired or they announced Ben Johnson to be the new head coach of the Chicago Bears. But I'm supposed to believe that we drafted the wrong quarterback. Hell no, absolutely not. That is goofiness. Stop playing. All right, let me go to these comments. Bro, you're right. He avoided 50 sacks, which is kind of crazy. But I'm sure Jayden Daniels would have been able to avoid some sacks too. But I still believe that if you put Jayden Daniels behind the Bears offensive line, he would not have survived. I'm just telling y'all that right now. Brokey, what's up, bro? He says, I wanted the Bears to pick draft Phoenix or Jayden. I didn't want the Bears to draft Caleb. That being said, as I've learned and seen, Caleb has talent and his ability is much greater than I thought. Bro, there is a reason why Caleb was the number 1 overall pick in the draft last year. And he would have been number 1 had he came out last year. Because in college, he was a generational talent. And even in the NFL in his rookie year, some of that stuff showed up. Now, did he have like the best year? Was it the perfect year? No. But, bro, even in his rookie year, with all the turmoil around him, you still saw signs. And the stat proved that the Bears got it right at quarterback for the first time maybe ever. The Bears got it right at quarterback. And I'm not here to entertain any nonsense that the Bears got it wrong. We got it right, baby. We got it right this time. Caleb Williams is going to be fine. And now he has Ben Johnson, the best offensive mind in the NFL, behind him to coach him. Good luck, NFC North, because the Bears are coming, bro. The Bears are coming. All right, Chris says 80% of Caleb's sacks came after he held the ball for 3.8 seconds. I mean, again, I'm not going to say he didn't hold the ball too long. He did. But also, his receivers in that offense was kind of crap. The coaching was crap as well. Having a cold sucks. All right, Broken said, I think Caleb has what it takes to be elite. I hope he gets there. I think he will. Especially now that we have Ben Johnson. Oh, man. I feel like now that we have Ben Johnson in place, the sky is the absolute limit for Caleb Williams. I think that's going to be amazing. Oh, absolutely. And hopefully now that we have Ben Johnson and he knows what a good offensive line looks like, him and Ryan Poe can work together to bolster that offensive line during this offseason. And it should look a lot better next year. All right, let's see. Let me keep going here. Mr. Winston says, Caleb also has some mechanics to work on, and that's where coaching comes in next year. He'll be a much better player, even if they're older on its average. Yep. Fact. I think Ryan Post even came out on radio and said that Caleb Williams needs to learn how to be a better pro. So there's definitely some things that he work on to be a better player for next year. Trying to lie to me, I'll be sick. It's not the move, y'all. It's not the move, but yeah, Caleb Williams has some things he needs to work on this offseason to be a better player for next year. And he will. I think he will. All right, Brokey says, I think the quarterback class will go down as the best or one of the best ever. Caleb, Jayden, May, Nick, Penix, McCarthy, loaded. Oh, yeah. I'm interested to see what McCarthy does next year in his rookie year when he finally gets a chance to play. Because I don't know if the Vikings are going to keep Sam Darnold. I mean, are they going to do that? I don't know. He's going to want a lot of money. And you got J.J. McCarthy sitting there ready to play. I think the Vikings will move on from Darnold, and they're going to start McCarthy next year, and that could be an experience. So we'll see how that goes. He also says, I wait 3 years before I start drawing conclusions on QB. That's fair. Caleb is built to be an elite QB. He's a rock star. He's wide beyond his years. Oh, yeah, that dude's a beast. He will be okay. Chris, Caleb is the future of the North. Amen. Amen, bro. Amen. I would argue right now, Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the conference. Even better than Jared Goff. Well, I don't. Maybe that's strong. I think he has more ability than Jared Goff. Jared Goff is probably still the better quarterback because of results and productivity. But as far as ability and how they throw the ball, Caleb Williams is the best quarterback in the North, and I will die on that hill. So I cannot wait to be proven correct next year when Ben Johnson gets his hands on Caleb and develops him properly. It's gonna be the chef's kiss. I cannot wait. All right, let me take a drink real quick. Get the stuff out of here. Also, shout out to all of y'all dropping in here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me today as we are live on Bears Yard. Thank y'all for hanging out and being here and chilling with your boy. All right, Broken says, I'm on board with Caleb. He got what it takes. Me and you both, bro. Me and you both. Erica, hey, how you doing, Erica? She says, I mean, come on. We just got the best coach in Johnson who came here because he wanted to work with Caleb. That says it all. Caleb will be a superstar. Erica, I rock with you. This is why Erica is my people. She gets it. She understands it. She knows what she's talking about. Erica, salute to you. You are on top of it as always. You know what's going on. I think Caleb will be a superstar too. And I think Ben Johnson is going to do great things with him. And I cannot wait to see what they come up with together next year, especially now that Ben Johnson is going to build an offense around Caleb Williams. Because that's the other thing that Caleb did not have the benefit of last year. In Washington, Cliff Kingsbury built an offense that was suited to the strengths of Jayden Daniels. But Shane Waldron installed an offense that he required Caleb Williams to learn. And it was so complex that not even 7 to 8 year vets could pick it up. But he expected a rookie quarterback to understand it. And again, kudos to Caleb because he had some good moments. He still put up some good stats. But the offense that we ran in Chicago this year was not built around Caleb Williams. And it just didn't work out more often than not. All right, let's see. Keep it moving here. Chris says, if Flus hadn't thrown in the Washington, if Flus hadn't thrown the Washington game, we wouldn't be having a conversation. Yo, fact. Yo, I think Flus from gambling, y'all. I don't have any concrete evidence to support my claim, but I think Flus from betting. Because there's no way you can explain some of those decisions that he made throughout his coaching tenure other than, was he betting? Because it was just stupidity. Like the way that we lost a lot of these games in the last second, bro, was he betting? He had to be betting, bro. He had to be betting. I'm just saying. All right, Electric says, Bears hired the wrong HC and Flus. Oh, you ain't never lied, man. You ain't never lied. I mean, I told you all before, when we announced that we hired Flus, I'm like, who the hell is that? I had never heard of him. Never heard of him. And oddly enough, when the Bears hired Eberflus, the Colts were going to fire him. Think about that, y'all. If the Chicago Bears didn't hire Matt Eberflus, the Colts were going to fire him. Nobody wanted Eberflus to be their head coach except the Bears. And I think a lot of this has to do with the Trace Armstrong influence that I have talked about in several videos now about Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus and a bunch of other people being represented by Trace Armstrong, who has a lot of history, obviously, with the Bears and George McCaskey. And that whole situation ran amok until Kevin Warren came in there and shut that shit down. Thank the Lord. Say what you want about Kevin Warren. I think he's done a lot of good since he's been in the organization. So I'm glad that Kevin Warren is getting us away from Trace Armstrong because clearly the Duke clients are they're kind of garbage. But moving on. All right, let's see. Brokey said golf through 12 INTs during the regular season and 3 and a fumble loss in the playoff game. Yeah. It cracked me up how Lion fans are blaming Ben Johnson for the loss when your quarterback went out there and threw 3 interceptions, bro. And if you want to blame Ben for the bad play call with the wide receiver throw, cool. But even on that, I can defend him a little bit because the wide receiver has to know that you can't throw the ball in that situation, or if you're going to throw the ball, throw it out of bounds. Why on God's green earth would you, as a wide receiver, throw to a covered target? You are not a quarterback. You're a wide receiver. Either your target is open or you throw it away. The fact that he was down 10 points and thought it was a good idea to throw it to a covered target speaks more about Jameson Williams than Ben Johnson. But we don't want to have that conversation. No, nobody wants to have that combo. Again, it wasn't the best play call, but you also have to give the player some flack too for executing the play poorly. Like, what are we doing there? What are you doing, Jameson Williams? What are you doing? Oh, Rick Smith is the agent of Ben Johnson. I think he's from Priority Sports, I think, or whatever the name of the agency is, but it's Rick Smith. Alexa said, most of us have had bosses who were incompetent. Does that mean we were incompetent because the boss was? Absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. But the problem with Eberflus is that his incompetence directly affected the outcome of games. So at that point, you got to get rid of him. He got to go. When his incompetence is directly affecting the outcome of football games, goodbye. Bye-bye. And thankfully, he went bye-bye the day after Thanksgiving. Okay. Yep, it is Rick Smith. I think he's from Priority Sports. I don't know if it's front office. I think it's Priority. It might be. I don't know that. I think it's Priority Sports. I don't know. I gotta let me see if I can check that real quick. Blah blah blah. Rick Smith. Rick Smith. I think he's on Twitter. I saw him post about this the other day. Rick Smith. Let me see. Rick Smith. I think it's Priority Sports. If I could type correctly, that'd be great. But yeah, I think it's Priority Sports. It might be from front office. I'm not sure. I think it's Priority Sports. Let me see. Yeah, it's Priority Sports. Okay. Okay. No. Oh, wait, what? Yep. Let me show you guys this real quick. And boom. Yep. Rick Smith is from Priority Sports. So maybe front office is the parent company. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what it is. But yeah. Either way, the Bears are in a much better situation now than what we were this time last year. We have Ben Johnson. We have Caleb Williams. We have 3 picks in the top 41. No, it's all good, man. You ain't no dude. It's all good. Plank, no worries, bro. No worries. We got Ben Johnson. We got Caleb Williams. We got 3 picks in the top 41. We have $82 million in salary cap space for free agency. And the future is bright for the Chicago Bears. The future is bright. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. So this channel is not currently monetized yet, but if you guys are do feel like supporting your boy, I do have a page that you can donate at. Hit the link that I just pasted in the chat right there. That will take you to a donation page where you can still donate and support me if you want to do that. It's not required, but your boy is going through some hard times right now. So if you do feel like supporting any amount, no matter how big, how small, will be greatly, greatly appreciated. But please consider donating at the link right there if you are willing and able. But yeah, it's a good time to be a Bear fan, y'all. It is a great time to be a Bear fan. Okay, let me see what else I got going on here. All right, so that now brings us to the draft. Oh, no, actually, let me back up. That brings us to free agency, right? So the next big step for Ben Johnson, besides filling out his staff, and that's still ongoing, is free agency coming up in March. So what do the Bears need in free agency? Well, I think we all know what the Bears need in free agency, but just in case it's not clear to y'all by now, the Chicago Bears are in desperate need of offensive line upgrades on the interior. We need 2 guards and a center. And before y'all come at me with the we need to re-sign Tevin Jenkins, no. Can't do it. Now, I am not saying that Tevin is a bad player. When he actually plays a whole game, he is a pretty good guard. The problem, you all, is that he rarely plays an entire game without getting injured. That's a problem. In the NFL, the best ability is dependability. Actually, no, it goes, the best ability is availability. And more often than not in his career, Tevin Jenkins has been unavailable due to injury. So because he's so not dependable, you cannot sign him. You can't pay him. I'm sorry. I see people out here on social media talking about how we got to re-sign him. We can't let him walk. Yes, we can. Why on God's green earth would you pay a man who you know can't stand up against the grind of a 17-game season? You need linemen that's going to be there every week. I was just talking to you all about the continuity of the offensive line in Washington and why I feel like that helped in Jayden Daniels being as good as he is. Caleb Williams did not have that. Caleb Williams needs that. Every quarterback needs that. And you can't get that with Tevin Jenkins. He has not shown that he can survive an entire season. And he's been playing for 3 years. So because of that, it's time to let him go. And to you guys' points in the comments, there is a great option that might be available to us in Trey Smith. Chris Foster is absolutely right. Trey Smith, he's going to be available. The Chiefs aren't going to be able to afford him. He is a star guard in this league. He's still young, and he's durable, and he's going to be a free agent. Ryan Poles, if that actually happens and Trey Smith becomes a free agent, that has to be Ryan Poles' first phone call. And pay him whatever you need to pay him. I know he's going to command $20 million plus a year. Fine. Pay him the $20 million. You can afford it. You got $80 million in cap space. $20 million is a drop in the bucket. Pay that man. You need to bolster your offensive line this offseason. And you can start doing that in free agency. And Trey Smith is a damn good way to start that process. So if he does indeed become a free agent, he has to be the top priority for Ryan Poles. And I have no doubt that if he does become a free agent, he will be the top priority for Ryan Poles. And we know what Ryan Poles does when he has his top priority in sight. He goes and gets them. Hello, Ben Johnson. How you doing? So Trey Smith has to be a target. We got to go get him. We got to go get him. We got to. I agree, Mr. Winston. Trey Smith, he has to be the target. He has to be the priority. Also, we have to have a conversation about Jaquan Brisker. And I like Jaquan Brisker. But Jaquan Brisker missed an entire half of a season because of a concussion. What? Huh? It didn't, when he got injured, it didn't even look that hard of a hit. Now, I know concussions kind of vary, but he missed half of the season because of that one concussion, y'all. So, similar to Tevin Jenkins, if you don't know if Jaquan Brisker is going to be able to remain healthy throughout an entire season, you have to think about getting a safety to back him up. Now, I know we have Elijah Hicks, I think, under contract or whatever, but you got to get somebody better than Elijah Hicks, bro. I don't think Xavier Watson's going to go to the second round. I think he's going to go in the first round, to be honest with you, Chris. But I would love that dude if he's available, absolutely. Like taking a Xavier Watts, yeah, sign me up if that's possible. But in the second round, I don't know if he's gonna fall that far. No, I don't think so, bro. He's not retiring. He's only been in the league 3 years. He ain't retiring, bro. Absolutely not. You know, he loves football too much. He's not retiring. But either way, the Bears still need to think about getting a safety to back him up in case he can't make it through a whole nother season. So that has to be a priority. Now, that's something you probably address through the draft and not free agency. But, I mean, if a good free agent safety comes aboard, you got to think about it, right? You got to think about it. But, yeah, Jaquan Brisker, got to think about getting somebody to replace him if need be. Also, I know there's been a lot of talk about the possibility of drafting Ashton Jeanty at number 10. You can't do it, bro. You can't do it. Unless we make some major headway in free agency on that offensive line. Because there's another guy, I think he's on the Falcons. I think now his name is Dahlman. I don't know what his first name is, but it's Dahlman. He's the center for the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to be a free agent. Go get him, Ryan Poles. Go get him. I think we have seen enough of Coleman Shelton for a year. He ain't it, Chief. He ain't it. Dahlman is pretty serviceable. He will be an immediate upgrade from Coleman Shelton. And you can sign him to a multi-year deal, lock down a decent center for Caleb Williams, and maybe draft one if you can, if that option comes up. But yeah, Dahlman needs to be a target as well in free agency since I think he's going to be a free agent. Ryan Poles needs to go snatch up Trey Smith and Dahlman and fortify this offensive line. Now, if you do that in free agency, if you get Trey Smith and Dahlman from the Falcons, bring them in during free agency, then I can consider taking a chance on an Ashton Jeanty at number 10. Although, I'm kind of worried about how Ashton Jeanty will translate to the NFL. That stuff that he was doing in college, I don't know if that's going to translate to the NFL, bro. Bouncing off of people like that and running away. I mean, obviously, if he has some speed, he can run away. But bouncing off all the people in the NFL is not going to work, bro. We saw what happened when they went up against Penn State in the bowl game. The dude barely got anything because Penn State was just knocking him down. In the NFL, when you run up against dudes, they're bringing you to the ground, bro. I mean, it's cool that he had contact balance and everything like that, but I don't think the way he plays is going to fly in the NFL. Although, what I will say about Ashton Jeanty is that his running style reminds me a lot of Walter Payton. And apparently, he's a big Walter Payton fan. And he was seen recently hanging out with Caleb Williams. So, I don't know. Y'all. I don't know. Again, I mean, if we drafted him at 10, I wouldn't be mad if we address the line in free agency. But if we don't address the line enough in free agency and we draft him at 10, that's just dumb. That's being stupid. The line should be the priority. Even if we address it in free agency, we still need a young lineman. So I would almost argue that it doesn't matter what we do in free agency, we should still draft an offensive lineman at number 10. Because we need blue blood talent, blue chip talent on the line, and we don't have enough of that at all. And even if we sign a couple of dudes in free agency, we still need to draft. We need homegrown, blue blood offensive linemen. Because clearly, as we learned last year, you can never have enough of them. So, yeah, I take that back. We need offensive line at number 10 regardless. Give me a lineman. All right, let me go back to these comments. All right, Broken said Bears need to be Big Hugh Space Eater at DT. Bears also need a legit starting DE. Yeah, that too. I think that's probably going to come in the draft, the DE. I don't think you're going to find that in free agency, but it'll be interesting if they did. Yeah, DeMarcus Walker is solid, but they need somebody better than him. I agree. He's rotational. I definitely agree with that. They can do better. All right, Chris said Smith in free agency, left tackle first round, center in second. Yep, I agree. I think that would be solid. That's a good plan to me. All right, let me keep going back down. Okay, let's see. He says, Jeanty played in the Mountain West. No point in drafting a running back that early. However, Ben isn't a quick guy, so don't be surprised if we draft a running back higher than expected. I'm cool with that. I'm not a quick guy either. Hold on. My problem with DeAndre Swift is that he cannot find a hole. He's a great pass catcher, sure. But when it comes to actually finding a running lane, he's terrible. He's garbage. And I think that's why Detroit traded him originally to Philadelphia or whatever, because he was a terrible running back. He's not a very good running back. And no matter how good of a pass catcher you are, if you can't excel at your primary job objective, which is to be a running back and find a hole, you're kind of useless. So we're probably going to keep him because we're still paying him for 3 years. So we're probably going to hold on to him. But we definitely need to add a running back that can actually find a hole and hit it hard. And here's my other thing about the Bears offense in general, right? A big problem that the Chicago Bears have on offense in general is that we have nobody that strikes fear into the defense. And what I mean by that is we have no burners on offense. The closest thing to a burner that we have on offense didn't even see the field last year hardly, and that was Tyler Scott. DJ Moore is not running away from people. Rome Odunze, as good as he is not running away from people. DeAndre Swift could run away from them, kind of. But again, if he catches a pass, he's not doing it as a running back. He's doing it as a pass catcher. We have no burners. So we need more team speed on offense. So hopefully Ben Johnson recognizes this because he had all types of speed in Detroit between Jahmyr Gibbs. Amon-Ra St. Brown had a little bit of speed, so I'm not a burner, but he had some speed. But they got Jahmyr Gibbs in Detroit, Jameson Williams. They have speed in Detroit. We have no speed in Chicago. We need team speed, y'all. We need team speed. So hopefully this draft, Ben Johnson can convince Ryan Post to go get some speed, some 4-3 guys on offense. So we can actually start scaring defenses into opening up the field and giving these receivers more room to operate. That would be ideal. Hell, even if you can get it at tight end, give me some team speed at tight end. Cole Kmet is great, but again, he's not running away from anybody. And I know that tight end is not typically a position where you think about team speed, but why not? Why can't you? Tight ends are evolving, yo. Give me some team speed at tight end. All right, let's see. All right, so it seems like you guys want the left tackle. I agree because I think Braxton Jones needs to be replaced. Listen, man, Braxton Jones is okay-ish, but we can upgrade at left tackle. And we need to. Will Campbell is out there, and I think he's going to be available at 10. I wouldn't mind taking a chance on him. I know Kelvin Bankston's out there from Texas. I think somebody talked about, I think it was John Simmons from Ohio State, but he has an injury, so I don't know how feasible that is. Maybe you get him later on in the second or third round if that's doable. But we definitely need to upgrade a left tackle if the opportunity presents itself because Braxton Jones is not good enough. He's okay. He's not good enough, though. We need better. We need better. Okay, let's see. Chris says, no good LT at 10. Trade back to the late team to take LT for that. If we can do that, that's cool. But I think Will Campbell's going to be good. I love his mindset, yo. He has a great mindset for the position that he plays. So I would love to draft him if we can. But if it is possible to trade back, then I'm all about it. Let's trade back. Let's get some picks. Let's do that. Joseph, what's up, man? That's right, FGB, bro. FGB, bear down. You know how it is. You know how we do. I see you out there, baby. Let's go. FGB. How long are we going here? All right, we got land a plane soon. I try not to make these too long, but we've been live for 40 minutes, so let's see. We got to wrap this up a little bit in the next 20 minutes or so. All right. That's right, playing FGB, bro. FGB. Jeep guy, bear down. That's right, sir. Bear down. You know how it is. How you doing, man? Good to see you in here. Hopefully you're doing well. Chris says draft wide receiver 7-rounder for our 5th. Wait, what? I don't understand that. What do you mean 7-rounder for our 5th? What does that mean? I'm so confused. Okay. Joseph says, We did have VJ, but he was sent to Jacksonville. He had a lot of speed. Come on, bro. Valen Jones was terrible, yo. It don't matter if you got speed if you can't catch. I mean, he was okay catching, but yeah, no, never mind. He can't catch. He can't catch. He couldn't hold on to the ball. No, he had speed, but he could do nothing with it because he couldn't hold the ball. If you can't hold the ball, speed means nothing. So we need somebody that can catch the ball and have speed. All right, Jeep got this. I hope the Chief doesn't franchise tag him. Apparently, they're not. Are you talking about Trey Smith? No, apparently, according to Phil Yates, they are not going to put the tag on him because they'll be too expensive. Apparently, the tag for a guard this year is $25 million. And they are saying that the Chiefs are not willing to pay that $25 million, so they're not going to tag him. So he's going to be a free agent, according to Phil Yates. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see. All right, Chris says 1 DJ, 2 Odunze, 3 signed vet, 4 Scott. Use one of our 2 third-round picks for PD receiver. Okay, I got you. Okay. I don't know if I want to wait till 7th round, but yeah, I got you. Okay. I would like to draft one earlier than that if we can. I mean, because how many 7th rounders make the team, bro? I don't know how many make the team, bro. A lot of them don't make the team. So, I don't know if I want to do that. All right, we got Ehud. What do you mean volume? What are you talking about? What's up, bro? Can you not hear me? Let me check the volume real quick. Hold on. What's up, bro? Oh, volume fine, bro. I don't know what's going on. I think it's on your end. My volume fine over here. All right, Joseph says the Bears need to get him as soon as he's a free agent. Trey Smith, yes. I'm assuming you're talking about Trey Smith, and I agree. If he goes to free agency, that has to be the first call Ryan Pope makes. Grab that man immediately. Not immediately. Immediately grab that man. I completely agree with you, bro. Get him quick. Because he's not going to last long. Like, he's going to have a lot of offers. And Ryan Pope can afford him. So go get him. All right. Let me take a drink real quick. Oh, my goodness. Being sick and terrible. And like I said earlier, if you guys want to help support me and you're digging the content in the channel, please consider donating with the link right there in the chat I just posted up there. It's a PayPal link. It will definitely help no matter how big or how small the amount. Any donation that you could possibly offer me will be greatly appreciated. I appreciate y'all showing up every time I put a video out or I go live. I appreciate y'all being here. And thank you especially for bearing with me today as I'm trying to battle the cold. It's kind of hard to be live when you have a cold that just doesn't want to go away. So thank you guys. But yeah, please consider donating if you can. All right, let's see. Yeah, Trey Smith. Yeah, we got to get him. We got to get him, bro. We got to get him for sure. Oh, yeah, please. Absolutely. Do that. I think he's going to be worth every penny. He is one of the best guards in the league, and he's like 24, 25? Bro, throw money at him. Throw the money at him immediately, bro. Throw the money at him. Get him. Lock him up. I don't care. Lock him up. You have Caleb Williams on a rookie deal. That allows you to do some outrageous things right now if you're the Chicago Bears and Ryan Poles, because you don't have to worry about paying Caleb for another 4 years. So you got 4 years of Caleb Williams on a rookie contract. So you can go out and sign big contracts to other positions like offensive line, which you should. You absolutely should. Do that. Go sign him. If he wants 22, give it to him. You saw how the line did Caleb Williams last year. There's no excuses. You do what you got to do to shore up that offensive line and give Caleb the protection that he needs. No questions asked. We're not even debating this, yo. We're not even debating this. You do that. All right, Brokey says, we'll see which positions are addressed in free agency, but O-line and D-line will still need to be addressed in the draft. I agree. True. I'd love to draft a stud LT, center, DE, this draft. Oh, yeah, all of that needs to be addressed. All of it. especially the DE. We definitely need the DE, bro. We need somebody opposite Montez Sweat because Montez Sweat can't do it by himself, as we've seen this year. They shut him down too quickly. You know, y'all, in a perfect world, and I know this is not going to happen. I don't know why they even talked about this on CHSN, but in a perfect world, you all, Abdul Carter will fall to 10 and we would snatch him up like lightning quick. But it ain't happening. I know it's not happening. So I'm not even about to sell y'all that dream. I know it's not happening. But if it did, oh my God. Like, if that were to happen and Abdul Carter fell to 10, if I'm Ryan Post, I am racing up to the commissioner and handing him the card, yo. Like, we're not even using the 10 minutes. We're using like 50 seconds, yo. 30 seconds. However long it takes Ryan Post to run or whoever representing the Bears at the draft, just let them run up to Roger Goodell. Let them run up there and hand the card in for Abdul Carter. But obviously that's not happening. He's going to go in the top 5. Hell, they're even talking him going number 1. But that would be my dream. That'd be cool. Like, I would pick Carter over any lineman in the draft because that dude is going to be an absolute game wrecker. But obviously he's not going to be available. So let me stop talking about it. All right, Jeep got this. They will reunite with Darnell. They both played together at Tennessee. Oh yeah, Trey Smith and Darnell Wright both played at Tennessee. You are correct. That would be pretty cool to have that whole right side of the line locked down. That would be legit. That would definitely be legit. Yeah. I think it's a pretty good defensive draft in general. Yeah, this draft defensively is pretty good. The Bears are going to have a chance to acquire a lot of talent to draft defensively, which they need to. But again, like I said earlier, the priority has to be the offensive line. And hopefully it is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Joseph says, who else do you think the Bears are going to get as the O-line coach? Any good names out there? I was really hoping for Hank Fraley. Other than that, I'm not really sure, man. It sounds like Hank Fraley is not going to happen, so I'm not sure where we go or who we go get. But Ben Johnson has been in the NFL for 13 years, so he has a lot. He should have enough connections to make it happen. And given how important the offensive line is and how Ben Johnson knows important it is, I'm confident that he'll find somebody that will fit the bill. So whoever he finds, I think he'll be okay. Obviously, Hank Fraley would have been preferred, but I don't know that can happen. Here's a sleeper, though, for another position coach that I hope that we can figure out a way to go get if possible. I want Brian Hartline from Ohio State on our staff. I don't know if it's going to happen. He's probably going to stay at Ohio State, but if he had any interest in the NFL, I would love for the Bears to figure out a way to get Brian Hartline into our building on our staff. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. If you're not aware, Brian Hartline is the wide receiver coach at Ohio State, and we see how Ohio State turns out wide receivers. Yo, they're literally wide receiver you. So we can get Brian Hartline on the Bears staff as the wide receiver coach, or offensive coordinator, or whatever. Damn, that'd be amazing. That would be like, oh my, that would be amazing. Yes, Brokey, Brian Hartline is a beast as wide receiver coach at Ohio State. My Lord, that'd be amazing. All right, let's see. Camel Toe Inspector said JD and CW had the same stats. Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I think the notion that around the Bears drafting the wrong quarterback is dumb. I think that if Jayden Daniels were drafted by the Bears, he wouldn't have had nearly as good of a season as he had in Washington because the offensive line would have broke his spirit. I'm truly convinced. And the fact that Caleb Williams had as good of a season as he had, given all the turmoil that was given to him, I think we got the best quarterback in the draft by far. I am not debating that at all. So we got the right guy. That's my opinion. I will die on that hill, and I cannot wait to see what Ben Johnson does with him. What does with him in year 2? It's gonna be special, bro. It's gonna be special. All right, Broken says Bears miss having the Big Ted Washington type DE. Billings and Dexter were getting gashed against the one. No, Billings wasn't. Billings was missing most of the year, bro. He got injured pretty early on. Even Ben Johnson talked about how he was able to run against the Bears because of Andrew Billings not being in the lineup. Andrew Billings was a run stuffer, y'all might do. Andrew Billings was a beast. So it'll be amazing to get him back next year, and that's going to help out a lot. So don't you be putting that juju on Andrew Billings. That dude was a beast. All right. Any last questions or thoughts before I let you guys go? Again, I try to keep these to an hour or less because I want people to be able to watch the replays. Especially with me not feeling the best, we need to probably end it sooner rather than later. So, you got any last questions, thoughts? Let me know before I get out of here. We can talk about it real quick. Yeah, but they would get more gash when Billings left the lineup, yo. Billings is a beast. Like, I would not be entertaining any Andrew Billings slander on this channel, bro. That man was a beast. He was a beast, yo. He was a beast. Yo, I appreciate y'all being here again. If you guys are willing and able to donate, I just put the link in the chat one more time. It will definitely help out. Like I said, your boy is going through some hard times right now. So if you can donate anything to the PayPal, it will be greatly, greatly appreciated. You're not required to do it, but if you guys can, the link is there. Plank, man, it's always good to see you in my comment section in the video, in the live stream. So thank you, dude. Have a great weekend. Oh, yeah. Go out there and celebrate Ben Johnson, yo. We got Ben Johnson. Just think about that for a minute before I leave, yo. The Chicago Bears, the same Chicago Bears who have hired Dick Duran, Matt Eberflus, Shane Waldron. Those same Chicago Bears went out and got the hottest head coaching candidate of the past 3 years. Got him easily. Not only got him, we are paying that man more money than we pay any coach, I think, in the history of this organization. We are paying that man $13 million a year, it's been reported at minimum. $13 million a year we're paying that man. Are you kidding me? I know that it's too early to get excited about next season, but I'm going to get excited about this hire, okay? Will it work out? I don't know. But I'm going to get excited about the hire. You should get excited about the hire because it's the best hire that we could have made. It's the one that most of us wanted. They did it. We have him. Now let's see what happens. But from now until the first game of the year, I'm about to be excited as hell, yo. Because we got Ben Johnson and they don't. We got Caleb Williams and they don't. So between Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams, call your boy, call all the fellas, call all the ladies, tell them the Bears are back, yo. Tell them the Bears are back, baby. We back in there, yo. We back in there. But until next week, you all, enjoy your weekend. Be kind, be safe. Bear down.